Heck of a game. A full 60 minutes. Really quick to have you guys.
Were you cheering out there?
No, getting over a cold.
Hey, you gotta be unbiased. You're media. Yeah. Hey, a hell of a weekend, a hell of a series. That's a really good team. We're gonna get better from playing them. Really proud of our guys. I felt like we deserved a bounce tonight. We didn't get many bounces at all weekend. They got a big bounce off the guy's glove on their bench that didn't get called dead on their second goal. And there was just never any doubt. Our guys believed the whole way. Even down 3-1, there was genuine belief that we could come back. And great goal to cut it to 3-2. And then obviously we got a big bounce to tie it up. And Gibby was great in overtime in the shootout. So it feels really good.
4 games in it, man. Colin Potter just looks like everything advertised.
Yeah, I mean, there are people that said, he wouldn't be ready for college hockey, and he just went out against the University of Michigan and was easily one of the best players on the ice, and he was for us. So sky's the limit for him. We're just thrilled that he's a Sun Devil, and it's only going to get better.
Coach, I know obviously each game is different, but when you get 2 goals late like that, go to overtime, get a shootout, what does that do just momentum-wise?
I think it's just the belief. Like, look, we have some horses out right now, and so to come back against that team and do what we did is really big for getting the train back on the tracks, and we got to manage pucks better, obviously, especially in that third goal. That's kind of the name of the weekend, and it could have gone completely different if we did. But I'm just proud of them, proud of the guys. It was a really good belief and team effort, and it was great for our fans to get excited about us coming back in a month, because we're not going to be here for another month.
What was going through your head when Potter scored that third goal to tie it at 3-3?
Finally, we got a bounce, right? We got a bounce. I mean, we didn't get any puck luck or any bounces all weekend. And it was just one of those weekends where we really struggled to put it in the back of the net. They got great goaltending all weekend. But we got our chances. I mean, tonight we had breakaways. We had 2-on-0s, 2-on-1s, and usually chances with our skill we put away. But, it was a bounce that I think we earned. And no shot's a bad shot, right?
What was kind of the game plan and the message going into that 5-on-4 when they took a penalty?
Yeah, it was quick. It was like we need to get one. We need to get one here quick, and leave us a good minute left to tie it up, and we did. Becker pulled through for us, and then obviously make the decision to just keep Gibby on the bench and just kind of put a safety back there. And we were lucky enough to lose the draw, and then they turned it over, and next thing you know, you blinked and it was in the back of the net.
Speaking of Gibson, I mean, he didn't make great saves all weekend, but I don't think he made any mistakes. I think he was solid all weekend.
I think he was, yeah. We looked at the third goal last night, and it was goalie interference. That's on us for not challenging it. It was clear, but we should have challenged it. Yeah, I don't think he really, you could ask him much more. He obviously held us in it in OT. He was incredible in OT in the shootout. He's a great goalie. He looked like an NHL goalie tonight. He's going to win a lot of games for us.
4 games in, what's the key to getting that kind of belief and buy-in from the guys when they're down 3-1 and they?
I don't think it ever went away. I think our guys were pissed off about last night. We don't like losing home, and with the nature of how we gave last Saturday away, it was just a funky stretch that we needed something kind of really cool, miraculous to happen to wake us up and get us back on the track, and that's exactly what just happened.
You guys have had some big wins in the past, obviously, the past few years, but first year in the NCHC against a team like this, after yesterday's game, does this feel like kind of a statement?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. We've like you said, we've pretty much beaten everybody, right? We have wins against programs like North Dakota and BC and BU and Notre Dame and Wisconsin, you name it, right? So it feels good. I'm just happy for our players. They deserve to feel good. I think they played really hard tonight, and they deserve to go be kids and have a nice Saturday night.
You guys were down 3-1 with 5 minutes left to go, and then you guys came all the way back. What does that show about the willpower of this team, especially beating one of the very top teams in the nation?
I think it's been a theme really the last 24 hours that we know we have the skill to compete and hang with anybody, but if we're not going to match that with a level of will that needs to be done in this league, it's going to be a long year, But if we compete consistently for every puck, tonight we were 56% on faceoffs, and against that team with some of those big centers, that's really good. And we really challenged our wingers to get in there and help. Last night they weren't helping. They weren't on their toes. They weren't hungry for loose pucks. And tonight, we were, and they were battling in every facet of the game. We were killing plays in the D zone. I liked our game. I thought that was the kind of effort that we're going to need to be successful in this league, because that's what it's going to be like every night. And like I said, we got a hell of a team, and we got 3 really high-end kids out. When they come back, our depth is going to be very scary.
How you celebrating the win tonight?
I'll go have probably 4 or 5 tequilas at home and watch some TV on my couch.
Coach, that's a great way to celebrate. When you talk about because yesterday you said, obviously the 8-minute stretch in the second period, but squells through the first, tied at the end of the second. The mental, just like, and they said your leaders talk about just kind of the mental state of the team going into the third period, playing even.
We're tough to beat at home, right? So it's just we got an old, experienced group, and you just gotta. It's a genuine belief, right? It's that simple. So, at no point during the game did it feel like we were out of it. And even last night, you cut it to 3-1, and we missed a tap in on a backhand in the blue paint. Cut it to 3-2 with 4 minutes left. You never know. So, again, it's an experience that our group can draw on all year. We're never out of a game, and we have enough firepower to come back no matter what the deficit. We don't want to be down like this very often, but it was a good experience.
What'd you say about the power play execution tonight for the team?
Well, it got one there, obviously 6-on-4 for us, so that was good. I think we just got to simplify a little bit, get more pucks into the net, and it'll be good. It's a new unit with a lot of new guys on it and learning chemistry. We switched back in court tonight, put back around the top unit, and he pulled through for us.
Between the atmosphere yesterday and the win and football, and now the atmosphere here today and the win here, pretty special time to be a Sun Devils.
It is. Hats off to Kenny. Kenny's my boy, and what a win last night for that program and for him, and we couldn't be happier for them. And the sky's the limit for all of us here.
Coach, when we look at kind of how you got into the offensive zone, I feel like there were times where it was just chipping the puck in, and then Michigan was just taking it right back out. There's a lot of that.
Well, I think if you went back and watched the first 2 periods, when we got pucks in and we really established forecheck and our reloads were good and we were above pucks, we forced a lot of turnovers. So they're a transition team. They love to generate off the rush. I don't think they scored a goal off the rush this weekend, minus the one we gave up on the power play last night. They're shorty. So, again, I thought we were cleaner tonight. We had a lot to clean up. It's early in the season. They'd probably say the same thing. But, we're going to enjoy it.
You talked about this game maybe a barometer to see where you guys stack up against the top team. What did you learn, or maybe some things that need to be improved for this team?
Well, we already knew we stacked up. And if we can compete with these guys over a weekend again, when we're really short-handed right now. We only have 12 healthy forwards. 4 guys are out that would be in the lineup. It speaks volumes to our depth and from top to bottom. And then fourth line, they didn't get a ton of ice. They got 1 shift in the third, but that line all weekend made no mistakes. They made no mistakes. David Heimovich, local kid, getting his career going in college, didn't play a lot. I think he played 3 games last year. His poise and just his energy on the bench, and it was unbelievable. So I'm really happy for Heimo. He gave us a lot of life and belief, and they did their job. And when everybody does their job, things happen.
And Coach Tim obviously came over and embraced you. What was you guys' conversation like?
Hey, look, Timmy and I are close. We'll always be close. There was no messy divorce here with Timothy Lovell at all. It was a situation where I needed to go get a left shot D. He didn't know if he was going to play college hockey. He wanted time to decide, and we have enough mutual respect that he knew I had to do what I had to do, and I went out and got Noah Beck, who seems to be pretty damn good. So Timmy will be great for them all year. I love Timmy. I will be his biggest fan all season now that that's behind us. Hopefully we get to play him again in the tournament.
Last few questions. This game, a lot more of an even playing field just consistently throughout the entirety of the contest. What were some of the adjustments you guys knew you needed to make from last night going into today?
Just consistently putting pucks in behind them and staying above pucks and not letting them get out of transition and generate off the rush. We put pucks behind them. We established a forecheck. We had good sticks. Finished some checks here and there. We need to do that more. We were really good. There was a lot of things we generated off the forecheck that we had the puck on our stick to take a lead, and their goalie was really good. So it was just a great hockey game.
And then on that power play unit as well, it seems like you kind of put Cullen Potter and that Copperwood role, just feeding him, trying to get him one-timers all alone on the one side. Has that always been the case of what you want to do on the power play? It sounded like Kerwin might have been utilized for that at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I think it's working really well. Kerwin's getting some really good looks in the middle, and they're just not going in for him right now, but they will. He's a hell of a player, and the power play generated some chances. Good power plays fail 80% of the time. So as long as it's getting you momentum and generating some chances, that's what you want. And tonight we got a big one to cut it to 3-2.
Last one.
Coach, you talked about being relentless in your opening press conference. How did that play out this weekend at home?
I think tonight it was. Just relentless belief, and not giving up against a really good team. We can do this against anybody. Again, just building that belief as we get into this schedule. It's the toughest schedule we've ever played. It gets no easier. You play Providence at Providence. They're one hell of a team, and they're going to be pissed off because they just lost tonight. So I think they lost. So it gets no easier. So we got 4 straight on the road, and it's a great opportunity. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
See you.